Live from FedEx Forum, this is The Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Hello, good people.
Hubert Davis.
Hey, you know what is great about this show today? The Odds Couple.
What?
We are live
What's
with
great
you
about
here
it?
in Week 8. What is great about it is it feels like football outside. It is hoodie weather. All four of us are
Hoodies.
wearing hoodies today.
Hoodied up.
So,
Wow.
we're all hoodied up
Quick
today.
cut.
It is hoodie weather. And that was great camera work, by the way. That was
Just
fantastic.
fast. He ran his finger
So
over
we
me.
are hoodied up for what is going to be a spectacular weekend of college football. We got some great matchups, great SEC matchups, big matchup at the Liberty Bowl as well with the Memphis Tigers. We're going to talk about all of them. We got the Shield starting tonight with a weird line. We'll talk about that. And we'll talk about the rest of the NFL. We got our top 5. We got picks. We got free picks at the end of the show as well. So all of that coming your way here on The Odds Couple. I'm Rob Fisher. Glad you are with us. Lang Whitaker is alongside. Hello, Lang. How are you?
So my wife said, what are we doing Saturday? Because normally she asks me that just to make sure I don't have golf plans. I said, Saturday, I don't have any plans. She's like, I think I've got something cooked up for Saturday. I was like, all right. Then I started thinking about it. I'm like, oh, wait, no.
It's a big Saturday.
So I was like, I might have something going on. So she texted me, I think you would like this quarterly performance we go to. They are uplifting and important that somebody sent to her.
Oh, no.
And I said, I know what I'm doing Saturday. I'm watching Georgia, Texas. We ain't doing this thing.
Yeah, and we're not going to that thing.
No.
No chance.
I'll show you something uplifting. College football is here, and I'm ready to watch.
And it is a big, big weekend. Roser, John Roser, how are you,
what's
sir?
up?
Good to see you.
Yeah, so the other way around here, I get to meet my girlfriend's mom on Saturday.
Oh.
At dinner. So it's
she
one
a
of two
football
choices.
fan?
It is Saturday. It's Saturday night or Sunday night that we can go to dinner. And so, look, I've got to miss some of the Georgia Texas game because my other option would be go to dinner on Sunday night. And you would think, well, what's the problem with missing Sunday night football? It's not really about missing Sunday night football. It's more about my 49ers probably get to lose to the Kansas City Chiefs for the 47th time in a row on Sunday afternoon.
Right.
And I would not be in a great mood Sunday night at dinner.
Or they could win, and you'd show up with your wrestling mask on and be like,
Right, but there's about a 2% chance that I'm going to be in a great mood Sunday
the
night.
girlfriend's there,
and about
the
a
mom's
98%
there.
chance
Roser comes
I'm
in going, bang, bang, Niner game.
I'm gonna hate everything. So we're gonna do dinner Saturday night.
All right.
But I'll still get to see. I'll still see most of the game. I think we're going
What
to
time
dinner
are you
like
guys going to
6,
dinner?
Like
Yeah.
6. So I mean, like dinner will take 2 hours tops.
If it's a good dinner.
If it's a
Like
yeah.
if things are going well, the conversation's flowing.
Yeah, I mean,
Where is this dinner at? Can we ask that?
I don't want to say the restaurant. I'm not gonna say the name of the restaurant.
they have
It's
TV
It's
do
a
they have
restaurant I've never
TVs?
been to. I've passed by it several times. I've never been to.
Do they have TVs?
I would imagine.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, they have. What restaurant doesn't have TVs?
Well, like nice
Well,
restaurants
nice
don't have
restaurants
TVs.
don't have TVs.
Yeah, but they all have bars that have TVs.
Some.
yeah.
Like if you want to go
most.
to the bar at Folks Folly, they have
Yeah.
TVs in there.
Sure,
Ruth's
sure.
Chris, they have TVs.
So
Fleming's,
you're
they
taking
have
her to the bar?
TVs. No.
No, but he's going to say, I'm going to run to the bar real quick.
Yeah.
I'm
Let me go to the
bar.
bathroom.
They know I don't drink, so it's like I
It's
just
gonna
hope
be
the
weird.
bathroom is by the bar.
Anybody else need a drink? Anybody need a drink?
Yeah,
Anybody?
Right. Yeah.
I've had a lot of water today.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm great.
Well,
I'm
good
great.
luck.
Also, we do have a little breaking NBA news.
Yeah.
Tis the season. Kawhi Leonard is out for an indefinite period of time to start the season.
No.
Due to inflammation in his knee. So, yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
After he got scratched from the Olympic team.
Yes.
Yeah, weird. CJ Hurt is here. Hello, CJ.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right. I'm a whole lot better than Kawhi, I think.
Yeah.
I hate that for him. Kawhi Leonard, when Kawhi was on, Kawhi Leonard was a sight to behold.
Kawhi Leonard was top 5 player in the NBA.
Man, top
and
five.
now the knees are
he
just
was the
done.
player in the NBA. He was able to lock LeBron down and score at will on
Yeah.
dudes. I hate that for Kawhi, but 'tis the season, like you guys said, his body just isn't meant to hold up anymore.
Not many people have won Finals MVP with 2 different teams. He has.
Yeah,
You know,
no doubt. And when he's healthy, he's incredible.
not a long career, but it's been great, and it just kind of is what it is at this point. Like,
I'm still
Load
mad,
managed.
still mad at Zaza for that dirty ass play. he broke the code on Kawhi.
He did. He broke the code on Kawhi in that game. I remember that.
Kawhi has not played their entire preseason nor participated in any activity involving on-court contact during training camp.
Yeah.
So we should have kind of known maybe this was.
His knees are just,
Just hang it up, Kawhi.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, big weekend coming up. A lot to look forward to this weekend. Lang, I'm going to start with you because it's pretty simple what you're looking forward to this weekend.
Definitely. Tuning in to the Dogs and the Longhorns.
Yeah, Dogs and the Longhorns.
We'll see if that bully Bevo tries to take out Uga again, like we a couple of years ago. Remember that?
Yeah.
Uga was too smart for him then. Roser asked me the other day, I walked in there and he was like, who do you think is going to win? And I said, not Georgia. I think we have too many guys who are hurt. And Texas is playing too well right now, and Georgia's not playing great, and it's at Texas. I don't feel great about it for Georgia.
Yeah. How are you going to watch? Alone?
Yeah, probably alone.
Is that the way you enjoy watching the games? Unless you're there.
Unless I'm there. My wife had this thing planned for me, her, and my son. So she said, I'll just take our son. But I have a feeling he's going to say no, he wants to stay and watch.
The game too.
So, which is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, this weather's been great. This might be deck weather.
Deck with a hoodie.
With a fire.
Yeah.
In the fire pit.
Oh, I did a fire the last 2 nights.
Yeah. This might be
excited.
Saturday night fire pit deck weather.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, Roser, what are you looking forward to this weekend?
Georgia, Texas is the easy answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it's the third Saturday in October, and we're going to Knoxville.
We know what that means.
Because I have no idea what's going to happen in this game, and that makes it even better. I think both fan bases are on edge right now, and I'm trying to think which fan base would react crazier if they lost.
Alabama. 100%.
I think so too.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think it's Alabama's
start
fans who
questioning
would
the
act
coach.
crazier.
Oh, they already are questioning.
If they're not already,
Yeah.
I think Tennessee fans would be like,
mad that guy
they'd
wore
be
a
upset.
t-shirt.
Tennessee fans, it would be, if they would have lost to Florida and then lose to Alabama, then it would have been like, okay, we're getting rid of Heupel. But I think they beat Florida, and if they lose to Alabama, it's just like, well, I mean, we've only beaten them once in the last 30 years anyway, so, I mean, whatever.
If they lose, it's going to be like, well, this is what we do.
Yeah, it's kind of what we do.
Yeah.
We got one on them a couple of years ago, but that's, it's kind of how it goes. We lose to Alabama.
I was reading some stuff today about this being an elimination game. Basically, you lose this game, you're out of the SEC championship, and you might be out of the playoff.
You might be out of it. I mean,
You'll have 2 losses, whoever loses this game.
It's going to depend. Bama, that Georgia win holds weight. It's going to, especially if Georgia beats Texas this weekend.
Weirdly,
it's really going to hold weight.
You know what helps Alabama and Georgia is that Clemson has been good since that game.
Clemson has been a wrecking ball.
And since that Georgia game, they've looked great. And now, in retrospect, Georgia looks better and Alabama looks better because Clemson has played better.
I just think, though, I don't look at it as an elimination game because you have to find 12 teams. And the way things are going in the SEC right now, I think you're going to have multiple SEC teams with 2 losses
right now, there's
in
3
the
undefeated
playoff.
teams in the SEC.
Who?
Texas A&M.
No, they have a loss.
in the SEC.
Oh,
the SEC conference.
I mean, the conference play, I don't care because it'll come down to even if the standings say one thing, if the playoff ranking says another, well, the playoff ranking's the thing that matters.
Yeah.
So I think you'll have multiple SEC teams with multiple losses in the playoff, just by numbers. So I think everybody has a chance. It just will take a lot more help. You're going to need help from other teams or other teams to lose or things like that. But I don't think it eliminates anybody. And that's the one thing that's different, with the 12-team playoff. And it's been kind of weird to come to grips with that, you can lose 2 games and still possibly be in the playoff, whereas in the past, it's definitely an elimination game.
There's 8 undefeated teams in the top 25 right now, the AP top 25. But Army and Navy are 2 of those teams. They're going to play each other, so one of them's going to have a
they'll
loss.
play each other after it's over.
But Indiana hasn't played anybody.
They got Nebraska this week.
Oregon, Penn State, who else? Miami, Iowa State, BYU. So what are the odds? We're halfway through, right? What are half these teams are going to have a loss coming up here in the next half of the season. So maybe a couple of 2-loss teams make it in from the SEC. A couple,
I think.
But if Tennessee and Georgia both end up with 2 losses, don't you think they'll give the nod to Georgia?
I would think so.
Yeah, probably. So I don't know.
Yeah.
You haven't said hi to CJ.
CJ, what are you looking forward to today?
He said
We
hi
said
to
hi
me.
earlier.
He said hi to me.
He just
Heisman
rambled
race.
on for a long time there.
Sorry.
Lang.
Well, this is great points were made. I'm with you guys on all of that. It's going to be interesting, not just a 2-loss team from the SEC, and I'm going to throw the Big Ten in there. Hell, a 3-loss team from one of those 2 conferences should be able to get into a 12-team playoffs. I'm looking forward to the Heisman Trophy race continuing to shape up. You got a big-time matchup. I know Quinn Ewers has been out for some weeks, so he's kind of faded to the background, but he comes out and has a big-time game against Georgia. Then, he's right back in that Heisman conversation. Speaking of Georgia, Texas, Quinn Ewers in that game not Quinn Ewers, excuse me, Carson Beck in that game has a big game, leads Georgia to a win. That's going to be a Heisman moment type of thing. Then you look at Travis Hunter. He's got to go up against T-Mac in Arizona and Fafita over there. And that's one of the best wide receivers in the nation. So he goes out there, shuts him down, locks him up, and gets 85, 90 yards receiving. That could be a big-time moment for him. Gabriel and Genty are both on bye weeks this week, I think. But I feel like we're beginning to get a bit more clarity in the Heisman race, and that's what I'm most looking forward to seeing continue to play.
I feel like Genty's like in the lead to me.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
The running back from Boise State is the
But,
front runner.
like
for
we're in
the
this
Heisman.
age of like
Yeah.
social media and stuff, like so it's so easy to watch his highlights and watch these super cuts of him and all this stuff. Like, I mean, Travis Hunter is probably in the discussion too.
Top 3.
Yeah.
If I said, give me your top 3 Heisman Trophy candidates right now, Lang, who would they be? Would it be those 2 and
I would say
then one of the
Genty, Hunter,
quarterbacks?
and I wouldn't do Gabriel though.
Okay.
Maybe Milrow.
Really?
Yeah.
I've moved him completely off of mine. But you bring up
When
Milrow,
he's on,
big-time
he's
matchup,
awesome. Yeah.
Big-time matchup with Tennessee. He gets to show that. And Cam Ward, I forgot to mention him. He's going up against a Louisville team that's pretty feisty. So, yeah.
And maybe our friend Cam Rising next year
Yes.
in year 8.
12th year.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Cam Rising coming back again?
Yeah, I mean, get a job, dude.
You remember at Miami, they used to have this linebacker. This is before they had the extra years. There used to be that linebacker, Rusty Medeiros. And my friends and I used to laugh because he seemed like he played at Miami for 26 years. He was middle linebacker for the Hurricanes. Now Cam Rising's the new Rusty Medeiros.
He is the new Rusty Medeiros. Yeah, next year he'll be back. Year 8 for him. All right, let's take a look at the SEC action coming up this weekend. Full schedule, a lot of conference matchups between SEC opponents. I'm looking forward to South Carolina, Oklahoma.
No, you're not.
Oklahoma's
No, you're
only
not.
a 1.5 favorite over
but
South Carolina. Are you serious?
You are not looking forward to
It's
that.
at 11:45. I
Careful,
certainly
John
am.
Roser. Let me remind you, the last time we jumped on him about looking forward to a game,
He was on
the
it.
game was awesome.
Yeah.
It was,
true.
what was it? Was it Vanderbilt,
It
Virginia?
was, no, it
Virginia
was
Tech,
first week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
Lord. So
yeah.
if you're on it, Rob, I'm on it also.
Thank you.
Now I'm excited.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean,
Put that back up there. Let me see these games.
I mean,
Let's
Oklahoma
see these.
only a 1.5 point favorite, which
Let's
is
go.
amazing.
Oh, I am looking. Ball State, Vandy.
26.5 or 25.5.
No. LSU, Arkansas.
LSU, Arkansas is kind of fun.
Yeah, that's another fun one. Only
At
2.5 for
Arkansas.
LSU. Yeah.
I mean, the question with that is if Taylor Green's playing or not, and they've been cagey about it. If he plays, it's different than if the backup's in there because the backup can't catch snaps.
Yeah.
Arkansas is coming off of a bye.
They had a bye week. They played
I would-
LSU 2 weeks
I
ago.
would bet he's playing, and they're just, like
You
you
would hope
said,
so?
Lang, just being cagey, trying to give LSU something else to think about before the game.
CJ, where are you on the Bill Napier fired? Is it this week after Kentucky?
Yeah, it should be this week. After this
At
week's
home
game.
against Kentucky?
At home against Kentucky.
I wanted them to beat Tennessee so badly just to make him keep Bill Napier for the rest of the year. Or even further. Like, if
Yeah.
you got DJ
Right.
Lagway to play great, you know, like,
Sign extension.
Graham Mertz got hurt, and then the worst part was they brought in Lagway in the very first play. He just throws a pick right to the Tennessee guy. He throws it right to the guy standing there like 10 feet away, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tennessee 3 weeks in a row now has knocked out the other team's quarterback.
Yeah.
Not really their fault every time, but they played against the backup. It was Oklahoma, and then Lagway this week, and then in between Arkansas. So 3 weeks in a row, they've managed to play these backup guys, and they won 2 of them.
Yeah. All right. Also, the Tigers this week, they'll take on North Texas. A couple of 5-1 teams going at it, and the Tigers are a big favorite. 11.5 over North Texas. Both teams at 5-1. The total at 66.5.
Taking the over.
I don't know if I'm taking the over. Tigers haven't been a very good. I think they've been 4 of their 5 have been under so far.
That's right.
Their offense is pretty.
Due
Memphis,
factor.
how Memphis runs offense is not anything exciting.
Taylor Green not on
It's-
the injury report for
No,
Arkansas.
Sam
that's good.
Pittman. I saw. Yeah, Sam Pittman said he's been practicing this week.
Well, good news.
Yeah, he's
Good
practiced the last couple days. Full participant in practice. So I mean, yeah.
Rosa, how
Play's
surprised are you by the Tigers' offense being sort of
Blah.
blah,
Not at all. You could see
all that talent was coming back though, right?
You've seen the last couple of years how they play offense, though. They don't. It's not like they play like the Norvell teams where they hurry up, they want to get to the line, they want to get the defense off balance and stuff. Like they very much want. One thing with Silverfield that you've seen, and the Tigers have gotten better in these areas under Silverfield. Silverfield is a guy who coached offensive line. Like he wants to be. There's a level to what you can be on the line of scrimmage at a school like Memphis, but like he wants to be the best non-power 4 team on the line of scrimmage. Like he wants to be that. So their defensive line has gotten better. The offensive line has gotten better. That doesn't mean they're a smash mouth football team because they do throw the ball, but it very much feels like maybe like an old school, like pro style offense than it does, tempo. Yes. Air raid kind of stuff. Like it very much feels like that kind of an old school pro style.
Yeah, 11.5 against North Texas this week. We'll take a break here on the odds couple. When we come back, we'll look at some of the games out of the Southeastern Conference this week, look at the trends for those games, discuss those games, also the Tigers and North Texas. We'll dig into that one as well.
We don't really have to.
We got picks coming up later.
Picks.
Free picks coming up later as well. Top 5 all ahead here on the odds couple. We're back after this on Grind City Media.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering. To those with a history of raising their performance to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Justin Timberlake.
I'm bringing sexy back.
The Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Live in Memphis. Justin Timberlake. FedEx Forum, Saturday, November 23rd. Get tickets now at livenation.com. The brand new single Selfish is available to stream and download now.
If I get jealous, I can't help it.
For more, hit up justintimberlake.com.
The Chiefs.
They're
What? They covered for you, Bennett.
no, I know, but I'm saying like everyone always tries to write them off,
Whole team's hurt. They're 5-0.
dude. They
They got no running backs, no receivers,
They're gonna win the Super Bowl.
and they're 5-0.
They're gonna win the Super Bowl.
They won't win the Super Bowl
Everyone-
with this roster. They will have to go do something.
Everyone get ready. They will win the Super Bowl.
They have to go get one. You can't do this.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Is John Morant the player in the NBA with the most approved going into this season?
John Morant is one of the best players in the world. He's one of the best players in the world.
On the court, there is no question, barring injury, that what John Morant is.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back to the Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Odds Couple. It is Chapter 6, Week 8 of the large program.
Did you say Elvis?
I said single on fish.
Single on fish. Yeah.
Elvis?
I heard Elvis.
Yeah, no. We got 8 games in the Southeastern Conference this week. And
love
then we got
it.
the Memphis Tigers game as well. Let's dig in to a couple of them. One that John Roser says he has absolutely no idea what is going to happen. Alabama
I
and
love this
Tennessee.
game. I love the third Saturday in October. If I could go to any game this weekend, I would be in Knoxville.
Alabama is a 3-point favorite at Tennessee. The total is 56.5. Alabama just 6-10 against the spread. Their last 16 games on the road. 5 of 6 games this season have gone over the total. 9 of their last 11 on the road have gone over as well. Tennessee, meanwhile, 21-11 against the spread their last 32 games, 10-4 against the spread their last 14 at home, and 16 of their last 21 at home have also gone over. The last 3 games between these two teams have gone over, and 6 of the last 7 at UT have gone over. So over a strong trend, and the other trend's kind of leaning towards Tennessee. Lang, pick it, park it.
I'll pick it.
Oh,
pick it! We're getting a pick!
I'll take Alabama.
Ooh, he's going to lay the
Minus
3 on
the
the
3.
road.
Here's the thing. Alabama's secondary hasn't been great. We know
God,
that.
they suck.
Tennessee's passing game against SEC teams has not been great. Those first 3 games of the year, they just ran up the score on all those teams. But since they played, I think Nico has 6 touchdowns since they started playing SEC teams. They haven't been great. And I feel like Alabama defensively, their front is going to be good enough to get pressure on Nico in the same way Kentucky did, the same way Florida did. Like, they're rushing 3 guys on him. I mean, Arkansas, whoever it was.
Arkansas.
Yeah. They're rushing 3 guys against him and getting him out of the pocket, making him run, making it hard for him. And then you can drop 7 guys, 8 guys back. So I'll take Alabama. I think just like, I know college football, the world is flat now, more so than it used to be. There's not as many great teams and there's not as many terrible teams. It's a little more even than it used to be. We talked about this on Monday's Odds Couple live on Grind City Media.
That's right, 2 o'clock.
However, I still think Alabama, like institutionally, has a little bit more talent than Tennessee does, especially on the defensive side, and I think they'll be okay. I said Milroe is one of my Heisman guys because when he is on, he is awesome. And if he can play the way he can play, I think they can win that game.
Roser, pick it or park it.
I've got a pick on this game.
Oh, what does that mean?
Sit this one out.
Sit it out.
I was so excited to ask you.
Yeah. I know you were. You have to wait for my picks.
Yep. CJ, pick it or park it.
I will pick it. Lang, Nico has 1 touchdown against SEC
I'm sorry,
teams.
6 against the other guys.
6 against the other guys, 1 against SEC.
Yeah.
And we talked about it on the Monday Odds Couple, which you can watch right here on Grind City Media. I get Nico. They told us Nico was supposed to be good.
And we believed. We wanted to believe.
We wanted to believe.
He was
But
good
think
against
about-
those crappy teams.
Think about that's part 1, but what's his best passing game against a group of, not a group of 5, but a FBS program? All right, like he had that monster game against an FCS school to start the season. The big game he had against Iowa last year in the bowl game, it was an impressive start, but he didn't pass the ball particularly well. He did a lot of his damage, most of his damage using his legs. The best game maybe at the FBS level was against North Carolina State, and it doesn't look like they're good at all. And even that it wasn't dominant. He's not putting up Arch Manning, Quentin Ewers, like some of those type numbers. So I trust that Tennessee will just run the football. I understand Hyper wants to air it out. I know we all know that's what he wants to do, but you just got to go with what works for you. And as we open up the notebook,
What notebook is that?
that's Workplace Slay.
All day.
All day.
Every day.
That's all we do. You still on the old one? You still haven't gotten to the 2 new ones I got you.
Rosa. I've got by the end of this football season, I'll be on the new one.
There we go.
I'll be
That's
on
what I
the
like to
new
hear.
Sampson, Dylan Sampson for Tennessee, running back, gone over 100 yards in 5 or 6 games, multiple touchdowns in 5 or 6 games. That's what you'll have to do, and that's what you'll have to rely on if you're Tennessee. I will take, because it's at home and because I think that's going to be how they have to play it, they'll have to just run the football. I understand that Bama secondary leaves a lot to be desired, but so does Nico. I will take Tennessee here, and I will also take the under. I don't think, if you ask me straight up, I think straight up Alabama wins, but I think it is a last drive type of situation. Alabama gets a go-ahead field goal to put them up by 2.
You guys know I'm a big believer in vibes
Yep.
with the football. We had a clip on Who Said It, which is the America's most popular new game.
It's sweeping the nation.
We played on Mondays on the Odds Couple. You weren't there. We had a clip of Josh Heupel following the Tennessee-Florida game. He seemed like a broken dude. He was like, guys, man, I mean, it's both sides, everything. It's running, it's passing. Like, that said a lot
Couldn't
to me.
figure it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was confused and he was upset and frustrated and pissed off. and all of that stuff. And that, to me, was like, all right, at least Kalen DeBoer goes out there and fakes it every week and laughs and smiles and, hey, we had a great one. We're going to be good. I feel like that confidence goes a little bit. I don't know, man. Heupel gave me some weird vibes after that press conference.
DeBoer very much is just stick with it where it will work. It always works. It's worked everywhere I've been. Just we're gonna be fine.
He was also featured on Who Said It because he came out after they barely beat South Carolina.
Yeah.
And he goes, close game, but we're getting used to those. All right. So,
Look, I will say for Bama, like, especially in the new age of college football, you're seeing it with your team. Like, your team and then Alabama with the Aidan Hutchinson. Dude, you cannot just stockpile the depth that you always had at all these positions. You can't just stockpile 4- and 5-star kids across the board and keep them for 2-3 years just on your bench. Like, you can't do that anymore. You're going to play close games in the SEC. It's going to happen. Like, Alabama jumped out on South Carolina like 14-0 or whatever it was, and it looked like it was going to be smooth sailing. And the next thing you know, it's like, whoa, wait, it's 14-12 at halftime. What the hell happened? Look, you're going to play close games, and the defense started to fall apart. So Alabama's secondary is what it is. I don't know how much better it's going to get as the season goes on. Maybe it can because they are starting some true freshmen back there. But, I mean, we're like halfway through the year now. So we'll see. But like I said, I've got a pick on this game. I am GBO. I'm Johnny Vol. But
That's
also
true.
it is on record. My favorite player in the country is Jalen Milroe. I love Jalen Milroe. I love watching that guy play. So this is a tough one. You're going to have to wait until the pick segment to find out who I'm taking because for right now, I got to sit it out.
Gotta sit it out.
They don't call you Johnny Vol for no reason.
They don't.
No, they don't.
GBO.
I am going with Tennessee 31-28.
You're taking the points,
Vols
too.
are going to win.
He's calling a straight up
That means you like the over.
Tennessee,
Straight up.
and I like the over between the Alabama and Tennessee this week. I just think what I've seen from Alabama the last 2 weeks, I mean, they've been oh my goodness moments throughout 2 games, and I don't think they can just get that fixed this week. Now, our Tennessee does have some issues, as Josh Heupel whined about or cried about almost. But I don't know. Maybe I guess I'm just still the believer in Nico, and I'm expecting Nico to have a big game against
Who do
this
you
team.
think's better? Who do you think's the tougher combo of opponents? Vanderbilt, South Carolina, Arkansas, Florida.
Vanderbilt, South Carolina.
You think that's a tougher combo?
No way.
I think you'd take Arkansas over any of those teams.
I think Florida's the worst of those 4 teams. Don't you?
I mean, if Florida's...
I mean, who's the worst?
Florida blew that game, man.
Yeah,
Florida
I mean, if
got in the red
Florida's
zone
playing
4 times in the first half and got 3
Because they're
points.
terrible.
If Florida's playing South Carolina, I'm not sure who I would take. I'm not sure who would be favored.
Is that be a game you're interested in? Like
I bet
the
it'd be
South
great.
Carolina,
I
Oklahoma
bet it'd
game?
be great.
It'd be thrilling. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Vanderbilt's good.
I think I'm dead right when I say this is more interesting. This game is more interesting than Texas, Georgia. Because, like, I do know Texas and Georgia are awesome. Like, I know they are. Like, I really don't know anymore with either one of these teams.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're both good with really good players, but, like, they're both kind of playing like crap right now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. That'll be a great one. Great one. I'm looking forward to that one as well. I'm also looking forward to LSU. They're a 2.5-point favorite, only a 2.5-point favorite at Arkansas against the Hogs.
Go Hogs.
LSU 2-5 against the spread their last 7, 2-5 against the spread their last 7 as a road favorite as well. Arkansas is 4-1 against the spread this year, 25-8 against the spread their last 33 as a dog. Arkansas has covered the last 6 of the last 8 meetings at home between these two teams, and they are 13-4 against the spread the last 17 meetings. 7 of the last 10 have gone under. LSU 2.5 at Arkansas. Lang, pick it or park it?
I'll pick it just for fun, and I might just take the under. I mean, if Taylor Green's coming off injury and he's going to play, okay, great. I mean, the thing about LSU is Garrett Nussmeier was pretty bad for most of that game until that last play of the game when he threw the touchdown to send it to overtime.
Mm-hmm.
He threw a dot down the middle and hit the guy. But the rest of the game, he wasn't great. So, if anything, I might just take the under, and I don't really have strong feelings about this. Unless I knew Green was healthy for Arkansas. I think defensively Arkansas is pretty good too. So, I don't know.
They're definitely good in that Tennessee game.
I'll take the under.
So this is where I think we're going to find out about Arkansas because their defense, and I mean, I think LSU kind of is. They kind of are what they are. Like, got a lot of talent, but I don't know. They don't blow you away or anything.
They don't have an identity.
Yeah, like with Arkansas, they gave up a lot of points, a lot of yards to Oklahoma State. Who's it? What is their other loss? Arkansas, because they got two of them. They lose to? Texas A&M in a close game because Texas A&M and Arkansas always play a close game. So Tennessee, it turns out, maybe their offense isn't that good. So was Arkansas's defense awesome against Tennessee, or is Tennessee's offense really not that good? Like I do think LSU has a good offense. Nussmeier, he's not amazing, but like LSU scores, they put up points, they do that. I think we're gonna find out here. Pick it or park it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm buying the half point to get it to 3, and you just give me the home dog.
Yeah.
Give me the Hogs. The home Hogs.
CJ, pick it or park it.
Who are you taking again?
Taking the home Hogs.
I'm rolling with the home Hogs as well. The Arkansas 5-1 this year against the spread. This isn't a game at night in Death Valley. This LSU team, from a defensive standpoint, leaves a ton to be desired. They are 2 or 3 spots from the bottom in the SEC in damn near every major statistical defensive category, including run defense. And Arkansas, under Sam Pittman, wants to run the football. I think that the Oklahoma State game will help Arkansas out, knowing, hey, okay, we had our Oklahoma State, and we kind of let them off of the hook. Here's how we close. Here's how we finish the game. Arkansas, I would expect to be in control of this game, much like they were in control of that Tennessee game. It's just all about closing the door on LSU in the fourth quarter. If you can do that, I think the Hogs emerge victorious, and I will take the Hogs, not just plus the 2.5, but I'll take them straight up.
Straight up with the Hogs. All right.
I said give me that money line.
All right.
Calling the Hogs. That's how we call the Hogs.
Man, I can't wait to see that on the Jumbotron during a Grizzlies game.
They've already got CJ and I doing half pigeon.
Just face down, ass up on the desk. It's great.
You guys and those listening or watching will all remember this when it happens on Saturday. LSU wins this game 28-27 because Arkansas goes for 2 in the final seconds to try and win the game, and they fall short.
I love how
it's
you don't even just have these games picked in the side.
Scenario
You've
for
got
you.
the scenario of how it's going to
So-
happen. CJ had it with Alabama, Tennessee. You've got it with LSU. Y'all know exactly how it's happening.
Arkansas goes for the win, goes for the 2. They come up short. They fall 28-27, but they do cover the spread. Another heartbreaker.
By the
for
way,
Hogs.
that is a 28-27. That is 55. That is just a
tad on the under.
tad
The
on the
2-point
under.
conversion will determine
whether it's over
which
or under. You're saying Arkansas is not going to get the 2-point
Yep,
conversion.
so it'll stay under.
Okay.
So, yeah, there you go. All right, and then Texas and Georgia, maybe the biggest game at Texas, home game that they've ever seen with the Georgia Bulldogs coming into town. Texas #1 in the country. Texas has covered 8 of their last 10 games, 8-2 against the spread in their last 10, 6-2 against the spread their last 8 at home, and 11 of their last 16 have gone under. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs 1-4 against the spread this season. They're just 2-7 against the spread in their last 9 games. They've lost 9 of their last 16 on the road against ranked opponents, and 7 of their last 11 have gone under. Lang, you picking it or parking it?
I'm not picking this because if I was going to pick it, if I was going to put some money in it, I
Yeah.
would bet on Texas.
Oh.
But I can't do that. It's
You
too close
you
to my
believe
heart.
Georgia Red.
I do. Georgia, for those keeping track, starting center out, starting right guard out, starting inside linebacker out, second string running back out, third string running back out, starting wide out dismissed, second string wide out suspended. Like, we're missing a few guys here.
Wow.
So if we can keep this thing close, great. But what John said earlier, I just called Roser John. I think it's the first time I've ever done that.
Amazing.
What
Thank you.
what Roser said earlier about the depth, like, when Georgia won those back-to-back titles, there was 4-star guys, like third-string players. So you would rotate defensive linemen out, and another 4-star guy runs on the field. And now it's not that. Now our starting center is the son of the offensive coordinator.
Oh, goodness.
Mike Bobo's son, Drew Bobo. He's starting at center. So, like, you're starting to run into that nepotism over 4-star guys. So I think Georgia is going to have a tough time keeping up with Texas.
All right. Roser.
All right, so this game is actually now 4.5. It's at 4.5.
4.5.
It got up to 5. It came down to 3.5. It's gone to 4.5. It's going back and forth. This line's going to keep moving. I don't know where it's going to settle at, but it's been moving all week. Ewers, this is tough. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, give me the points. Give me the points. I'm taking Georgia. Give me the points. You're going to give me 4.5. Give me the points with the dogs. Road dogs. Oh.
I like it.
Wow. All right, you're going with the road
dogs and
Georgia
home hogs this
it's
week.
What
Yeah.
you said, 4.5.
Give me
now?
Georgia. I think Carson Beck. I will tell you, I don't think Steve Sarkisian's offense is going to be as complicated to deal with as what Kalen DeBoer did in that first quarter against Georgia. When Kirby Smart said what they showed us was something different. Texas does what they like. They're going to line up the way they line up. I think Kirby, when he knows that, he's going to have
And
a game
who knows
plan.
Sark better than Kirby?
Yes. He's going to have a game plan ready for them. I think Georgia's defense keeps them within that number. Carson Beck makes enough plays. I'm calling it. I don't want those points. I'll take them. Georgia wins this game straight up.
Whoa!
You're welcome to come to my deck in my fire pit after your dinner with your mother-in-law, prospective mother-in-law, if you'd like
That
to
gets
come
you
watch.
fired up there, Lang. I know. I
like
can
it.
sense you're nervous about this game because you have said you would bet on Texas.
I would.
And I know that. I know those nerves because I feel the exact same way about the Chiefs and the 49ers on Sunday. I feel the exact same way.
But the Chiefs 49ers, you know the refs are going to get involved and cheat
Well,
somehow.
I'm sure.
Well,
I don't know. I don't think that'll
We're
happen.
gonna
I just think we
cheat.
just don't have the firepower. But
CJ, Pickett, Parkett.
I'm curious to know what Georgia does with that Texas defensive line. That's a really good defensive line. And we've seen if you can get pressure on Carson Beck, he gets a little skittish in the pocket. So that's one. Tulane brought it up perfectly. There are so many key contributors out specifically on the defensive side of the ball. And you're playing, got to check notebook here, you're playing a Texas team who has 45 plays of over 20 yards on the season so far. So you're down a bunch of defensive contributors. You've got this type of an offense coming in. That offense, as far as explosive plays goes, third in the nation. And it's at home. Quinn Ewers is coming out. I'm sure that everybody wants to make a statement every time they play, but Quinn Ewers has a little extra motivation. Been out for a while, got my feet wet last week. All right, now is a chance for me to really go out there and announce myself to the nation. Hey, everybody, pay attention to me down here in Austin if you aren't. I like Texas in this one, laying the 3.5.
I have Texas 28-24, which is right on the line there, which is 10 minutes ago, I would have told you I have Texas. But I guess now I have to say I have Georgia plus the 4.5. I think it'll be that close of a game. I think what John was saying about the defense, I just called him John as well. The defense,
Damn right you did.
show a little respect.
Right after I have snorted and barked on the air.
No, it's 'cause you
I'm
talked
now
about-
getting called John.
it's because you talked about going to dinner with your girlfriend's mom.
Yeah, that's
now
right.
we got to put some respect on your name.
Yeah.
So I got Texas winning the game. I like the under though. I'll go ahead and tell you that I like the under. That would be my pick for this.
Two
game.
other wild cards at play here for Georgia. One, 5-star recruit at cornerback. They've kind of not really had him on the field much. They're like, screw it, we need him. So he's playing this week, Ellis Robinson, who was like their number one recruit last year. He's probably going to start at cornerback. But number two, I don't know if you guys saw this, Carson Beck hard launched his relationship with influencer Hannah Cavender. This
One of the
week.
Cavender twins.
One of the
from the
Cavender
Cavender
twins.
twins.
Isn't one of the other ones dating the Cowboys tight end, or they were?
I don't know.
Shoemaker.
I don't worry about her. I'm a Hannah Cavender fan. But she was at the game last week, the Georgia game last week, and she wearing a Carson Beck jean jacket or something. So,
Aw.
and there's some now TikToks of them this week going around together. So like,
That's sweet.
So he's not
out
focused
there.
on the game.
Huh?
He's not focused on the game then. He's out here trying to be an influencer. You got to be one
Could
of the
be. I
other.
mean, he drives his Lamborghini.
Everybody
already there.
on the Georgia football team drives a Lambo until they wreck it.
Jake Ferguson.
Until they get caught
Oh, yeah.
speeding.
They've been going out for a year now. Haley Cavender and Jake Ferguson.
All right, Memphis Tigers 11.5 against North Texas.
Park it.
Mean Green 66.5. Memphis 5-10 against the spread. Their last 15 at home. 6-14 against the spread. Their last 20 as a home favorite. Five of the 6 this season have gone under. North Texas 14-5 against the spread. Their last 19 on the road. And how about this? North Texas 10-1 against the spread in October. Head-to-head, Memphis is 3-0, but North Texas has covered 2 of the 3. You're parking it, Lang.
I don't bet on Memphis.
Yeah, you
I've
should.
learned my lesson.
Yeah. Roser,
You
pick it or
parking
park
picking
it?
it?
I'm not touching the Memphis game right now. I would tell you what's the total? 66.
66
Good
and a half.
God, that's a lot of points.
Whole lot.
North Texas scores a ton. I wouldn't touch it. No, I'm parking it.
All right, CJ?
I think this is a due game for some of the dudes on the Memphis roster where they go out there and have a big game. Rock Taylor, chief amongst them. I think he only has 1 receiving touchdown on the year. I expect him to get involved early and often. I'll take Memphis laying the 11.5 in this one. I'll also take the over in this because North Texas can put up points, and Memphis is going to have to score if they're going to cover that 11.5.
I'll take North Texas plus the 11.5. I'm back to not trusting Memphis again. After a nice little start to the season, back to that point. So I'm taking North Texas. That's just too many points for a team that's also 5-1. They're getting an 11.5. I'm going to take it, and I'll go with the under. Memphis wins it, however, 35-27. 35-27 Tigers. All right, let's take a break here on the Odds Couple. We'll come back. Got much more, including the NFL, the Shield. We'll check out some games in the Shield when we return.
Got some trades,
here
too,
on
in the Shield.
On the Odds Couple on Grind City Media.
There's no substitute for experience, the knowledge gained from having been there before, and the passion to share what you know to make everyone around you better. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy.
Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Come pigeon with us, Roser. Roser, right here.
You get downward dog.
Yes,
Okay. Gonna go leg up.
Cannot.
Okay.
Leg under.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I thought that's what you were doing.
Go back.
Yeah, but then you sit. Oh, you're flexible.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
The Chiefs.
They're
What? They covered for you, Bennett.
no, I know, but I'm saying like everyone always tries to write them off.
Whole team's hurt. They're 5-0.
Dude,
They got no running backs, no receivers,
They're gonna win the Super Bowl.
and they're 5-0.
They're gonna win the Super Bowl.
They won't win the Super Bowl
Everyone-
with this roster. They will have to go do something.
Everyone get ready. They will win the Super Bowl.
They have to go get one. You can't do this.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What do you think about this matchup against the Pirates and the Bison?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is who in the hell put Gus Johnson as the notable alumni selection when we got Kamala Harris right now? That's more relevant. It's 28 people I would have named before I would have got the Gus
My
Johnson.
assumption is, Mike, Hampton will find a way to come up again. Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Welcome back to the Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Odds Couple.
Sing on, Fish.
Chapter 6, Week 8 of the large program. Welcome back to the show. NFL Shield Week gets underway tonight with a big one as the Denver Broncos are in New Orleans to take on the Saints. Everything you said about the Georgia Bulldogs before, Lang, is pretty much the same deal with the Saints in tonight's game. They're without just about everybody. They were a 1-point favorite going into this game, but that now has been turned to a 3-point dog against Denver. It was 2.5 this morning. It's already to 3 again. Denver 3 at New Orleans. The total is 37.5. Now, head-to-head, Denver's won 5 of the last 6 meetings. 4 of the last 5 between these two teams have gone under. In the last 5 on Thursday Night Football, New Orleans 0-5 against the spread. Denver is 1-4 against the spread. So neither team doing well on Thursday Night Football. Denver -2.5, -3 at New Orleans. Lang, pick it or park it.
Screw this. This is like those when Sunday Night Football first started and they just had those awful games every week. Yeah, this is like one of those leftover Sunday Night Football games. Like the Saints and the Broncos.
Bo Nix and the Broncos.
Bo Nix versus Spencer Rattler.
When the storyline is the head coach going back to his old place. Like,
yeah.
Is Drew Brees doing the coin toss? Like
I mean, maybe
Patrick Surtain, Rashid Shaheed, who's like the most. Rashid Shaheed's one of the more entertaining players in the NFL this season. I swear the guy catches like a 50-yard touchdown pass every week. He's out. Surtain's out.
Olave's out.
Maybe they'll cheat like they used to do when he was the coach.
My bet in this would be. Here, I'll go ahead and do it.
Oh no! Hey, John.
We're gonna go ahead and do it. Go to CJ.
CJ, pick it or park it.
I'll pick it, and I think I've been missing on unders a lot lately, especially in NFL. But I think I'm a ride with the under over
The
here.
over-under is 37.
Gosh, that's low. That's low. But I think I'm gonna take the under.
37.
There's
24
not a
to
whole
12.
lot of stellar quarterback play going to be had, and that Broncos defense is really good. I think they take full advantage of a rookie quarterback.
I hate to say this, I watched the Saints game last week against the Buccaneers because I was just wanted to root for the Saints to lose. And Tampa, and John and I had talked about, I'm going to call him that the rest of the show. John and I had talked about Spencer Rattler earlier in the week because I picked against the Saints on my picks last week. And then I was like, it would be funny if like sometimes in the NFL, like when Josh Dobbs got that start, like some guy starts you don't think, and he's a mobile quarterback, and it works in the NFL for a game or two. And I was like, what if Rattler starts and that happens? They were down, I think, 21-0, 28-0, and then they tied it up and took the lead. So he had a stretch where he was okay in that game. Then they screwed around and lost. So I don't know. Maybe he'll make it fun to watch.
Yeah. I got a pick on this game, so I'm going to have to.
I'll give you my
sit
pick.
This one out.
I went ahead and placed it.
You placed it.
I went ahead and placed it. This is Spencer Rattler over 0.5 interceptions. Now, he threw 2 last week. He's a rookie.
Yeah.
Short week Thursday night. Sean Payton, Denver defense. Like, come on. Like, you can throw a pick. You got to throw a pick.
Rattler over a pick.
Unless they just run Alvin Kamara 74 times.
He might fumble it too, though. Could you do like turnover?
It's just interceptions.
All right.
I would do multiple picks if I could get plus money on it, if I could find that one.
Yeah.
Just because, like, why, if you want to parlay him, Bo Nix, I think, will take care of the ball a little better, though. So,
yeah. All right. Minnesota, Detroit, big NFC North battle. Minnesota 2.5 point favorite over Detroit. It's actually down to 1.5 now. Minnesota 1.5 point favorite over Detroit. The total at 49.5. Minnesota 21-3 straight up when they are favored. Detroit has covered 11 of their last 13 on the road. Head to head, Detroit has covered 7 straight against the Vikings, and the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Lang, pick it or park it. Vikings 2.5 over the lines.
I'll ride with the Vikings. I'll pick it. I'll stick with the Vikings. I mean, that whole division's so awesome, and everybody scores a lot of points. But I don't know. I think the Vikings are for real. Sam Darnold, I trust you. I don't think you have loser DNA, like my Vikings friend said. So I'll go with the Vikes.
So that Hutchinson injury
It hurts.
Man, it is massive, that Aidan Hutchinson injury. It is. I mean, they're going to be definitely in the market. I am going to say, though, where is this game?
It's in Minnesota.
It's in Minnesota. God, that home field advantage is crazy, too. Park it. Not touching it. Not touching it. I was going to say Detroit because I think for 1 week they'll be the Hutchinson thing. They'll get by. They'll get Flores another week to prepare. Jared Goff is a statue. Now, the Lions have the best offensive line in football, so it really does come. This game's going to the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm. The Lions screwed around a lot last week in that game. They won. What was it, 47-9?
47-9.
But they had a play where the wide receiver, one of the linemen, just lined up at receiver and just ran a couple patterns.
So Dan Skipper did that first play of the game, and the reason for that was last year, the end of the Cowboys game in Dallas last year, where Dan Skipper was eligible as a receiver. The Lions scored at the end of the game, and the officials blew the whistle, threw the flag, and said he was ineligible.
So why'd they run the hook and ladder to Panay Sewell then?
So I don't. That's probably we're messing with
Among
you at
other
this
things,
point.
yeah.
We're just messing with you at this point. So, I want to take the Lions, but nah, I'd stay away.
CJ,
I think that Hutch injury hurts a whole lot. That's a defensive end who's really good in the run, elite pass rusher, leading the NFL in sacks right now, and he just got injured this week, so he won't be leading much longer. And he's somebody who you can say, all right, drop off into coverage. And we've seen him make plays with his hands, intercepting the ball, getting deflections, things like that.
Zone blitz.
Zone blitz. Got to love a good zone blitz. And to Rosa's point about how good that Lions line is, though, there was a video circulating on social media where I'm pretty sure it was Panay Sewell who went down, blocked the linebacker, and then opened up and then just rolled the defensive end all the way out. But as Jared Goff is standing like a statue in the pocket like that, he's a special offensive lineman. But I think the Hutch injury is too much to overcome for that Lions defense. I like the Vikings. The Vikings right now lead the NFL in margin of victory. The last undefeated team in the NFL. No, are the Chiefs still undefeated? So one of two undefeated teams
There's
left
two, yeah.
in the NFL. Give me the Vikings minus the 2.5. Any word on Hutchinson? Last I heard, he was still he's designated to return. I'm just trying to figure out when he's coming back.
Yeah. I'm taking the Lions. I think the Lions are the second best team in football. And since I believe that, I believe they'll go into Minnesota and get the win. I think Minnesota has been very good, but I think that this undefeated start's going to come to a close at some point. And I think this is the perfect time for it to happen.
No, it will. Is Aaron Jones playing?
I don't know.
Okay, let's find that out. That actually is going to. Is Aaron Jones playing? I forgot he got hurt.
Not sure.
Okay.
Seen on practice field today.
Seen on the practice field today. Okay. If Aaron Jones does not play, take the Lions. You saw in that London game against the Jets. This is the one thing that didn't get talked about. Rodgers threw 3 picks, and so he cost the Jets a chance to win that game. The Vikings came out, they scored those 17. When Aaron Jones went out of the game, their offense stalled. Telling you, I watched the Green Bay Packers last year. The Packers offense started taking off at the end of the year when Aaron Jones got healthy. For whatever it is, Aaron Jones is probably better than what we all think he is. We know he's good, but he might be freaking awesome because of what he matters to some of these teams and their offenses. I think if Aaron Jones doesn't play, I think I'd probably take the Lions.
All right. And then one other NFL game, San Francisco, 1.5 point favorite against Kansas City. Is that still 1.5 for San Francisco?
Yeah, it's still 1.5. I think so. Still 1.5.
San Francisco 3-7 against the spread their last 10. The Chiefs are 9-1-1 against the spread their last 11. Head to head, Kansas City's covered 7 of the last 8 against San Francisco. Earlier in the show, John Roser said that his team has a minuscule chance of winning. They're favored this week, John.
Dude, they're always favored. I'm dead serious. I don't know the last time the 49ers were not favored. I have no idea the last time they were not favored. I'm dead serious. They were favored in every game last year, so it'd have to be the year before that. The Eagles NFC Championship game. We were not favored. We were like 1.5 underdogs. 2 maybe.
So, favored against the Chiefs.
So,
what do you think?
And the reason the Chiefs are 9-1-1 in their last whatever is okay. They were underdogs all throughout the playoffs last year. They've been underdogs throughout the playoffs. So,
covering machine.
Look. Yeah, dude, I've seen this. I know how this game goes. We also can't run the ball. And not that it would matter anyway, because nobody runs on the Chiefs. Have you seen their rush defense? Yeah. Nobody runs on them. So, and I don't know if we're going to have Jordan Mason. I've seen this game before. And we're not as good as we were last year. So, yeah, I've seen this. I F this game. I'm serious. I hate this game.
Lang?
I'll take the Chiefs.
CJ?
This is why that dinner needs to be on Saturday and not Sunday. I'll take the Chiefs off.
You should do the dinner on Sunday. Just don't watch the game.
Why would you not? I mean, you get Mahomes as... I mean, I'm dead serious. If I was If I was a Bengals fan, I'd be like, take the Chiefs. Why would you not take Patrick Mahomes as an underdog? Like, why would you not do that?
Yeah. That's exactly why I'm taking the Chiefs as well. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have some fish nuggets, and then we'll have some picks and free picks for you as we get out of here on the Odds Couple on Grind City Media.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering. To those with a history of raising their performance, to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Justin Timberlake.
I'm bringing sexy back.
The Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Live in Memphis. Justin Timberlake. FedEx Forum, Saturday, November 23rd. Get tickets now at livenation.com. The brand new single Selfish is available to stream and download now.
If I get jealous, I can't help it.
For more, hit up justintimberlake.com.
The Chiefs.
They're
what? They covered for you, Bennett.
No, I know, but I'm saying like everyone always tries to write them off.
Whole team's hurt. They're 5-0.
Dude,
they got no running backs, no receivers.
They're going to win the Super Bowl.
And they're 5-0.
They're going to win the Super Bowl.
They won't win the Super Bowl with this roster. They will have to go do something.
Everyone get ready. They will win the Super Bowl.
They have to go get one. You can't do this.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Is Ja Morant the player in the NBA with the most approved going into this season?
Ja Morant is one of the best players in the world. He's one of the best players in the world.
On the court, there is no question, barring injury, that what Ja Morant is.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Back to the Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Odds Couple. The Odds Couple, Chapter 6, Week 8.
Elvis.
Of the program. We have some free picks coming up here in moments. But first, we got fish nuggets for you as well.
Yeah,
all right, let's take a look at the nuggets. How about number one? Friday night underdogs have been bargain.
This is a good one.
Friday night dogs are 16-4 against the spread.
Yep.
What we got this week?
Florida State, +3 against Duke, at Duke.
Okay.
Purdue, +29 at home against Oregon. Oklahoma State, +9 at BYU. That's Friday night in Provo.
You know what that means.
And we've got Nevada, +3 at home against Fresno State. Okay.
So a couple of home dogs.
I like Nevada plus the 3 at home against Fresno State. Go look at common opponents, the teams they played. Nevada appears to be a solid team. Fresno State, they've lost back-to-back games. They're coming in on a 2-game losing streak. They lost to Washington State last week. They lost to UNLV the week before, got absolutely destroyed. Well, let's put it this way. They lost to UNLV 59-14. Then they had a week off to prepare for Washington State at home. Come out on their home field and lose to the Cougs 25-17. Now they've got to travel to the desert and face the Wolfpack of Nevada. I kind of like that Nevada plus the 3. Jessica Benson turned me on to maybe... Yeah, if we did.
That was weird.
Let's cut that right
Yeah,
there.
let's not do that.
CJ, don't play that tomorrow morning.
Every time she gets down on herself, I'm just going to play that clip on loop. just John. Jessica Benson turns him on. Let's
Great,
go.
John.
In her weekly segment on the Chris Vernon Show, had her on Wednesday, she turned me on to the possibility of Purdue plus the points. Brought up the quarterback and the situation of Purdue has fared very well in these spots. And when Purdue did make that quarterback change, and that quarterback change happened against Illinois, Purdue started scoring points. This is like the biggest win in Oregon's history Saturday night over Ohio State. They had been 0-19-1 all time against top two teams, the biggest win in program history. Coming up to Friday night in West Lafayette against Purdue, short week. Purdue probably feeling a little bit better about themselves. They scored some points against Illinois, could have won the game, should have won the game. I'm thinking Purdue, you're giving me more than 4 touchdowns.
Well, those are the 2 home dogs.
Yeah, over 4 touchdowns. Take the home dogs.
Yeah. Take the dogs on Friday. Dogs are barking on Friday. All right.
I don't know. Yeah, BYU feels like a machine right now.
Yes.
And Oklahoma State,
Yeah, BYU. I really like BYU this week. So.
And then, who the hell is betting on Florida State? I know it's Duke. Who would ever? Did you ever think you'd see the day that Florida State would be 3-point dogs against Duke in football?
No. Especially in a year where it's not like Duke's great.
Oh, my gosh. We do have people that have
Duke's
picks,
5-1.
that have picks on this game.
Is
You
Duke
would take
5-1?
Florida State.
I would absolutely take Florida State.
I would too. I'm taking.
Whoa, whoa,
Wait.
whoa,
Whoa, Lane.
whoa.
For right now, I'm just gonna sit this one out.
There you go. There you go. All right. Back to the Nuggets.
get some Nuggets.
We had some Nuggets. Auburn has lost 19 of their last 21 against top 25 opponents.
Oh, they suck.
They'll visit Missouri. South Carolina. Oh, there we go. South Carolina 6-14-1 against the spread following an ATS win. They covered at Bama last week. They visit Oklahoma as a 3-point dog this week. I'm really interested in that one.
We know. Well, we know.
Alabama is 36-6 straight up in their last 42 on the road against top 25 opponents. They visit number 11, Tennessee. Texas A&M 8-0 against the spread on the road against teams with a losing home record.
I love that.
They're a 15.5-point favorite at Mississippi State. And Arkansas is 23-11 against the spread at home when the total is between 52.5 and 56.
Wow.
The total against LSU is 55.5.
Home hogs.
Home hogs. All right, let's get to our picks.
I thought we had. Don't we do NFL top 5? Not 5.
We're not going to do
doing
that.
that.
We're way over on time.
We're not doing top 5, not 5 NFL.
We had a whole conversation about it. You talked about it when we asked about what other top 5s we could do, and you jumped in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we just were
Thanks, John.
Yeah.
I liked my top 5.
That's
5.
not John. That's Roser.
Let's do our picks.
Picks.
This week. I'll go ahead. I'll get us started. I'm taking like automatic cover people. Taking BYU minus the 7.5 against Oklahoma State. BYU's covered their last 8 games.
You got a good number.
I'm taking Arizona State plus the 2.5 at Cincinnati. It looks like Arizona State's going to be without their quarterback, which really hurts, but they have Scadaboo, and they're 5-1 against the spread their last 6. Navy's been automatic. They're 4-1 in their last 5 against the number. I'm taking them minus the 17.5 against Charlotte. I'm not going New Orleans -1. I'll take New Orleans plus the 3. I'll take the plus the 3. That's where that number's changed. New Orleans plus 3 against Denver tonight. And Arizona plus the 2.5 against the Chargers. Arizona's covered 4 of their last 5 against AFC opponents. And I just like my little pesky Cardinals.
Why do we have 2 Monday night football games?
I don't know why.
Yeah, it is.
How about I will tell you this.
When they
here's a
overlap
stat
them,
for you.
it's-
Here's a stat. There is one team in the NFL that is above 500 that has not scored 100 points this season. 100 total points this season.
Interesting.
Chargers?
It's the Chargers. They've only given up 66. Yeah.
Wow.
You know, we know. A horrible.
Jim mucking it up, baby.
Yeah.
All right. Lang?
All right. So Roser asked, who would take Florida State this season? I would. I'm taking Florida State
Damn right.
plus the 3 at Duke because Duke's coming off a loss to Georgia Tech where they didn't look particularly great.
I like
And
it.
Florida State's got to win one of these games eventually. So give me the 3 points. I'll have Florida State. We've been looking for teams that are automatic, teams that are going to win for us. Mm-hmm. Indiana has been awesome this
Automatic.
year. Nebraska's pretty good,
They are.
but I think Indiana's going to win by more than a touchdown.
Look, Indiana's covered every game. You got to roll with
You
it.
got to roll with
Lang.
them. Same thing with Army.
Yep.
Army's been covering like a machine. I'm going to go with Army. Kentucky at Florida. Florida, to me, fails the smell test. They stink. I watched them play Tennessee last week. They stink.
Yeah.
They got Lagway's got to play the whole game now.
Yeah.
I'll go Kentucky. Kentucky's good enough defensively that they're going to make it hard for him, and they'll score enough points that they're going to win by more than one. So I'll take Kentucky. And then let's go to the NFL. We look for the broken teams.
Yep.
Here's a good stat for you. Bill Barnwell from ESPN. Since 2007, through 6 weeks out of 566 quarterbacks, Deshaun Watson is 558th in quarterback rating. He is averaging 560. He's 565th ranked yards per dropback. And first down rate, he is dead last. 566 out of 566 quarterbacks since 2007. They can't bench him because they're paying him too much money. The coach seems kind of upset about the situation they're in. They traded away their best wide receiver this week. And for some reason, this line has gone down now to 5.5.
Whoa.
Which doesn't make sense to me. But everything else is telling me roll with the Bengals.
All right.
So
I like it.
I'll go with the Bengals.
CJ.
Oregon's true welcome to the Big Ten is this game right here against Purdue. It's easy to get up and be excited at home with ranked, undefeated Ohio State coming to town. Something else entirely to go wherever the hell Purdue is located and play them.
West
Purdue,
Lafayette.
Sure, why not? Purdue, normally, unimpressive, does not matter. Purdue at night, West Lafayette, with one of those goofy-ass numbers next to you, oh, they get up for this unlike anybody else.
Can we also just take a moment to talk about Dan Lanning and this whole 12-man penalty thing that he's not quite denying that it was accidental, but he's also not quite taking credit for doing it. He's sort of like talking around it. To the point where they came out and changed the rule this week. Did you see this?
Ohio State started crying about it.
So they've changed the rule now that if you have too many men, you can get the time put back on. But like the way Dan Lanning is like taking credit for this thing, and I don't know, it feels like there's some room for a little stumble from Oregon coming up here.
Yeah, they're riding real high. Here we go. Go out there and beat a bad Purdue team. Impress me. The win over Ohio State is fine. This one right here, it'll outright impress me.
Go win 56-10.
Go do that. That's what you should do.
Go win
do
56-10. That's
I
what
don't
you
think
should
they
do.
will. Give me Purdue plus the 28. Michigan minus 3.5 over Illinois. It's gonna be an ugly game. Listen, I'm gonna watch it. Don't nobody else watch it. That game smells like a 17-13 type game to me, and I got Michigan there. I'll take the Texans plus the 3 at Green Bay. I really like the quarterback play from C.J. Stroud on the year. Give me Pittsburgh plus the 2.5 at home against the Jets. I find that to be odd as well. While the Jets money is just all over these lines, and that's what's causing it to shift. It didn't make much sense for the Jets to be favored on Monday Night Football, but they were. They ended up not covering there as the Bills won outright. Give me Seattle plus the 3 against the Falcons.
All right. Roser.
John.
Yeah, John. All right. We're going to go with Georgia Tech plus the 12 against Notre Dame. Here is why. Brent Key, Georgia Tech head coach. Since he became interim head coach in 2022, Georgia Tech has 10 outright wins as an underdog. So I'm not saying, I'm just getting 12. So I'm going to take Georgia Tech. Colorado, the team total over 26.5 at Arizona. Colorado has scored 27 or more in 5 of their 6 games this season. The only one they didn't was the second game at Nebraska. Nebraska's a legit team, legit defense. Arizona has given up 27 or more in 4 games this season. The only team with a pulse that they didn't give up 27 to was Utah, who, by the way, didn't have Cam Rising and their offense sucks. If they don't have Cam Rising. Utah been a big disappointment this season because they were even good last year without Rising, but that's a different story for a different day. The 3 actual Power 5 teams, Power 4 teams they have played that have a pulse in their conference, Kansas State, Texas Tech, BYU, all went over that number against Arizona. So Colorado team total over 26.5 plus Travis Hunter going to play in this one. I'm going to take the Vols plus the 3 against Alabama. I trust Tennessee's defense more than I trust Tennessee's offense more than I trust Alabama's secondary. I think Tennessee will be able to throw the ball enough. If this game was in Tuscaloosa, I'd probably lay the 3. It's in Knoxville. I'm going to just take the home dog and beat Johnny Vol on this one. Neighbors back. The Eagles suck. Giants plus 3 division game. And I'm going to lay the 6.5 with the Bengals. The only thing that worries me about this, Nick Chubb's supposed to be back, and the Browns just may run the ball a million times. Jerome Ford's out, though, so they can't go dual back there. But, I mean, how can you bet?
That would be funny.
How can you bet? And it's a division game, and it's a road favorite, and I've got to win by a touchdown or more on the road in a division game in the NFL. That's not easy to do, but my God, the Browns just look like a beaten team.
What if they paid,
and they traded their best receiver?
Yeah, they paid Deshaun Watson hundreds of millions of dollars, and then just run the ball 50 times.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm going to take the Bengals. I'm with you, Lane.
Free picks. Any free picks tonight?
Yeah, I said I got Rattler.
I'll take Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech.
No, I'm sorry. The Virginia Tech game, I'm taking Boston College plus 7.5 at Virginia Tech.
All right.
I like that quarterback.
You can get 8. You can get 8.
I'll take them.
You can
Give
get
me
8.
the points. Castellanos, their quarterback, is pretty good.
Yeah.
By the way, Virginia Tech, 24-13 all time on Thursday night games. Hey, like that.
Good Lang nugget.
Nugget.
All right. Roser had Rattler. That's what you got, Roser?
Yeah, and the Yankees.
And
Are
the
they playing
Yankees.
tonight? Yeah.
Yankees are playing an hour from now.
Yeah. Go Yankees.
All right, CJ?
Alvin Kamara has a touchdown in 4 of 6 games on the season so far. Alvin Kamara, anytime touchdown.
All right. I got the Yankees as well. I'm going with the Mets. I was wrong with the Mets last night. Thought that was an opportunity for them. But going back to the Mets tonight with Quintana on the hill. And then also the Dallas Stars tonight in Washington against the Capitals. A little puck action. Dallas Stars.
Stick and puck.
Yeah, we'll go with
All
the
right.
Stars. They're minus 145 in Washington. And also, how about a little Marshall tonight? Minus 8.5 against Georgia State. There you go. Little Marshall. 8.5 against Georgia State.
Thundering Herd.
Just giving out the card for tonight for free. That's what we do here on The Odds Couple. We also do this show every Monday. So tune in Monday at 2 o'clock.
Live.
Live at 2 o'clock. Thursday, 2 o'clock.
All week.
So there you go. We'll be back with you on Monday. Hope all your bets win this weekend. Enjoy
Win
all
big.
the action this weekend. For CJ, for Roser, for Lang, I'm Fish. Thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you Monday on The Odds Couple. Until then, win all your bets, people.